EA Play predictions. Let's go with that, guys. Now I'm going to list off my predictions for you guys, and you go ahead and let me know what you think. How's that sound?
Yeah, still.
All
Go
right,
for it.
EA Play. We're gonna start from the bottom because I got my number, like my big bold prediction right at the top. Now,
Whoa.
ooh, snap. All right, so I found this link here, and it led me. This was off of Gamatsu.com.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Now this link. What do you say, Gamatsu?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll call it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
They posted this. I guess is a quarterly meeting or a report from
Oh, the
EA.
investment call or something like that.
Yeah, well, they posted
Yeah.
the whole report from EA, and at let's see right here, it says that these are the publicly announced titles represented above. Of course, Burnout Paradise Remastered and Command and Conquer Remastered. That was quarter 1. That's probably already out.
That's out, yeah.
Yeah, quarter 2, FIFA 21, Madden NFL 21, quarter 3, NHL 21. So these are games that we know we're going to see at EA Play, guaranteed. But here's where it gets interesting. So we expect to announce additional titles in fiscal year 21 over the coming months, including an unannounced EA Sports title, an additional EA HD title, 4 EA partner titles, and 2 mobile soft launches. So when it comes to the additional, the unannounced EA Sports title, I think that's going to be UFC 4. I think they're due.
I'm going with college football.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm going.
Not bad choice,
Well,
yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah, are they allowed to do that?
NFL has agreed to extend their Madden partnership, which is very irritating. I
Yeah.
got so excited about the fact that there was going to be a new NFL 2K game.
Same.
It just shows that EA just doesn't want any competition in that ring.
Oh no, but the other end of it, NFL, excuse me, NFL is still keeping this exclusivity. It's really NFL that could have made the decision and just been like, okay, let's see what happens if we open this up. Just like Disney comes up with when it comes up to Disney and EA, I hope that they just say, you know what, we don't need EA to do exclusive games. Let's spread this out. Let's let other developers like, I don't know, Naughty Dog, Insomniac, like let's let these other developers develop a really good Star Wars game. I mean, they did extremely well on Star Wars Jedi. Game Night's Game of the Year last year, but I mean, that's just Respawn because they're just freaking excellent. All right, so and then we got in addition to our unannounced fiscal year 21 titles. We will see platform expansions on our current EA titles, plus the release of our previously announced Medal of Honor VR title for the Oculus. So there's the Oculus VR. We're going to see Medal of Honor, I'm sure. We'll see that at EA Play as well. Now,
due a new Medal of Honor FPS, you imagine, wouldn't you? On the new console, new gens.
that'd be so good, dude.
Yeah, I think it's long overdue for that.
I just think they're just going to focus on Battlefield 6.
Battlefield.
But we'll get to that. Mass Effect. Mass Effect Remastered Trilogy is one of my predictions. And then the fact that report said an unannounced EA HD title kind of makes me think.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Kind of makes me think they're going to do a remaster of Mass Effect.
Yeah, most requested, I imagine.
Or Dead Space. But I think,
Ooh.
yeah, that's where I think it's going to be an either or thing. But because I honestly, I'm a little.
There was 3 Dead Spaces, right?
3 Dead
Spaces.
Yeah. I can see a remaster of Dead Space trilogy all in one bundle. I can see that, but when it comes to Mass Effect, those games are just so massive. Like they're just huge games, and if you're going to remaster, you can't remaster the whole trilogy. I don't think that's going to be a thing. You can't just remaster the whole trilogy and sell it as a bundle. That's a huge bundle. Like that's a lot of games.
Yeah, I
that's
think
not
the
very
Dead
EA.
Space one would be the easiest one to do because Dead Space skipped the current gen completely.
Yeah,
So they probably could just up it 4K, fix the frames,
yeah.
bundle it all together for a decent price.
Well,
They'll probably get away with that.
the funny thing about that is like you have to, if you're going to do it, you have to like basically build it from the ground up nowadays, because especially with the Series X already making the statement like,
Yeah,
hey, your old games are going to run better. They're going to be 4K. They're going to be better frame rates and stuff like that. So it's basically remastering all of your games with no additional work from the developers. That's super exciting. So yeah, I mean, you kind of like think about it. You're like, well, I mean, you can't just pretty it up. At this point, you kind of have to. You kind of
yeah.
have to
I just
remake
don't
it.
see. Well, it depends who actually does it for EA. Because
Mhm.
like, Visceral Games, they're gone now, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
Like they
I think they're gone.
Dead
Yeah.
Space. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see who would like do a Dead Space. I'd go Bluepoint. Like, yeah, there you go, Bluepoint. Do your
Yep.
magic.
I got.
Blue Point's had a lot of solid remakes or
Oh
remakes
yeah,
for
yeah,
years.
and they're unannounced game they're working on as well, which
Yeah.
we'll probably see soon. So
I think I read a guy. I think it was a tweet or something. I don't have the source. I gotta start sourcing these things.
Amateur.
I know, right? What are we doing? It's I act like this is my 8th podcast or something. Yeah. So I read that Blue Point, or not Blue Point, I'm sorry, but Bloodborne is getting a PS5 remaster or remake or whatever, and
yeah,
it's in good
Hold up.
hands, like
I've
from a
seen that.
really good,
I saw it today,
respectable
actually.
developer. You saw that?
Yeah, it's meant to be hitting 60 frames per second, 4K.
Yeah, and like he said,
So
and it's from a developer that, based off of their previous work, I have all faith in, and I'm like,
yeah.
Blue Point. That's all.
Mm,
I think it's going to be a Blue Point remastering or remaking Bloodborne for PS5, and I think it'll probably be a launch title. Uh, and we'll go, but that's not EA. Let's get back to EA.
yeah, we
Anthem.
always do it. We always do it. We always
We
veer
always
off the
do.
path.
That's all right. That's what this is all about. Okay. Anthem update. I think we're going to see that. I think it's going to relaunch. It's going to have like a complete relaunch, and it's going to be on next gen consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X. And I don't think we'll. I think we'll just get details. I don't think we're going to actually see what
Yeah,
they're
I think they're
talking
a
about.
long way off.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
just
they're
gonna
a
be like,
long way
hey, with
off.
the next gen consoles, we're going to improve this. We're going to make the game look like this, or look better.
What,
Well,
what was you?
my
They
son.
released
Okay.
a statement recently. I think the guy at Anthem, and I'm just kind of like, you know what? You guys need to do what Hello Games did for No Man's Sky. Just disappear and completely rework the game and put it out. Just don't
Yeah.
talk about it again
Yep.
until it's ready to launch.
Yep. I think
My
they'll probably talk about it. Maybe, I don't know.
my youngest just randomly started playing it, and it's actually kind of made me want to start playing again, just because watching that was the one thing I love. Like, the combat in that game was so fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you and your buddy are playing and you're hitting the combos and just making like huge ass explosions. The gameplay mechanics were fantastic. The flying around, dude, that was
It
fun.
really was, man. I think, and then like if they come back to it and they say they come back and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Why not just show the E3 trailer that they showed us and lied to us about, and just say this is what it's gonna actually look like now? We're not lying.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like this on on next gen.
I mean, it did look. I mean, on the One X, it looked really good.
It did. It
But
did look really
it's
good.
not. It's not. But I feel like if they do this whole redo over of the game, like, people who already bought it should
Get it
not
for
have to buy it again.
absolutely 100%, 100%. All right,
I still
so
have it on my hard drive.
same. I mean, I'm kind of like, I was gonna say I haven't uninstalled it. Like it's sitting there.
I wanted that game to be so good. Like, it drew me in so quick, but then once you get to the ending point, it's like, all right, so what do I do now? That's the problem with the game. It's like, what you're playing through the story with your friends and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's fun. It's just when you get to the point where you're at the end of the
grinding.
road and right, yeah.
It's worth it if it's on sale. I mean, it's worth picking up, especially and they should, especially if they're going to be like, hey, if you have the game, it free upgrade.
Yeah, I think it's on that EA Pass thing in the Vault. I can't remember the actual proper title of it. You know, the EA.
EA Access.
Yeah, Access. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on there now.
Yep. There
So
you go.
I just haven't
like-
downloaded.
They got it 3 years after it's been on Microsoft, but
Dragon Age 4, I think, will be there.
Well,
We
yeah,
haven't
something
seen anything from Dragon Age 4 since I think it was the Game Awards from 2 years ago, I believe, where they just showed like a really quick teaser trailer.
like that.
So I think we'll
that
see
really
Dragon Age 4.
surprised me.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is BioWare isn't the same company that it was when it was making these phenomenal games. Like
It's true.
it's a totally different company. But Andromeda got tons of hate, and some of it is rightfully so.
Mhm.
But one thing I liked about Andromeda was the gameplay. Like when you're
Oh, yeah,
shooting
it's still
using your
Mass
powers, it was really phenomenal. It's just there was a few hiccups with facial animation, stuff like that.
Oh, the hiccup was the story, dude. Like that was the hiccup, man. Like
But
I
you
just-
just don't got the same people working on it that made the original trilogy.
exactly.
So it's hard to capture that spirit of a game again, especially when it's been so long as to when the last one came out and you
Mhm.
got different people working on it. Like that makes it hard to capture the spirit of what made Mass Effect so great.
Well, that was 3 BioWare games in a row. I didn't realize it until now. Mass Effect Remastered Trilogy, the Anthem update, and Dragon Age 4. I think if they do Dragon Age 4, they're going to have to, I think a full, like, just Bloodborne style game, I think would be cool. Like, if they went a different approach to it, maybe they're cool. Madden 21, FIFA 21, UFC 4, and NHL 21, I think they're all going to get featured. Which is interesting because they're actually highlighting NHL 21 this year. They never highlight NHL, which is
No, they don't. They actually left it out of EA Play last year, didn't they?
yeah, like that's why I'm like, okay, wait a second. Are they going to be introducing to us a new, fully from the ground up new system? I think for next gen, that would be amazing because that game needs a lot of help. The
But
return,
you guys buy it every year.
I buy it every year, man. I made a mistake. I love hockey.
I'm the exact same with FIFA.
Right, we just love the sport, man. And then when we play it, we're like, this is not what they do in the real life. Like, this is. It's got to be embarrassing that like the NHL is actually using that game for the playoffs, like the virtual playoffs, and I'm like, this is just embarrassing. I almost want to watch it to see if it glitches out. Okay, the return of NBA Live, I think, is going to be there with NBA Live 21, and it'll be a next-gen focus game because they skipped last year in NBA Live.
Well, they've done this before where they took a hiatus, came back, still couldn't compete with 2K,
yeah,
and disappeared again.
that's why I think maybe they'll just have this as like, hey, here's the flagship NBA game for next gen. I don't know. Sims 5. I say Sims 5 because it was rumored to be revealed during the PS5 reveal event, but now postponed. But it was supposed to be, June 4th. And on the list of games that was rumored from the PlayStation Magazine leak, Sims 5. So I think Sims 5 will be featured and talked about. I think they're going to do an Apex Season 5 mid-season content. And I think that is going to make Titanfall fans really happy. I think
they're going to add some Titanfall mix. Even
something,
more Titanfall mix
either one of the legends will be a pilot, is my prediction. Like maybe they'll introduce a mid-season legend. I don't know. That doesn't. Usually they just wait for the next season, but I think Titanfall is going to start trickling in a little bit
Even
somehow.
more.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I would like them to show. I don't know if they'll be able to show up at that stage, but kind of give us details on what they're going to do with Apex for the new systems,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how they're going to upgrade
Or-
it and what they can do.
Or they're going to announce crossplay.
Definitely that's a good one, man. I bet they do
forgot about it.
crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay.
They've been
Forgot
saying
about
that they've been working on that for a while. That's a good one. Yeah, I say you'll see crossplay, and they might even say it'll be available for season 6. Crossplay, unless if they say, hey, mid-season, season 5 stuff. Here we go. Boom.
Crossplay
Well, that
is
sounds-
now active.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. I
stream.
think that's what they're going to do. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to do it like that.
they'll
Just
probably.
download the update, you'll be good to go.
All right.
Yeah, because they do stuff like that, don't they? Like EA, like you see with the Sims, there's like
I
all this
will say
content
that's the
now
one thing
available.
that's neat about the EA. Yeah, they'll be like, and you can download this now.
Right now.
Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, let me get on there and do that.
Yeah. I think that's a really good. That's a solid prediction. I think we will see that.
Microsoft started doing that too, though. Microsoft's, and you could get
A
the
lot of
demo
people like to
today.
do it. Yeah, Nintendo
Yeah,
Directs.
I
They
think
love doing it.
that's what I love about the conferences is stuff like that.
Right.
And like, and you can get it right now.
Right now.
Like, oh shit, I can. Awesome.
So season 5, mid-season content coming at us, and I think Titanfall fans will be pleased. And I would like to make a prediction for season 6, since Titanfall is going to be starting trickling in. Well, probably for the mid-season content, we might get like some kind of Easter egg for World's Edge, and World's Edge might get transformed a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. They kind of did something
For the
similar.
third, I guess for the third.
This is the
time.
second time. It might not be that big of a thing, but World's Edge is still the same World's Edge from the end of season 4, and I feel like it just to keep it interesting. And I think it's going to
Or
be
they'll
some kind
do
of
another
Titanfall thing.
event. They'll do another event.
Yeah, like I think
Which
we'll
I love
see
the
the
events.
Summer of Apex event, Summer of Apex games. We'll probably see that. But yeah, so I think we'll see. We have to see Apex. It's the biggest thing that EA has going for them right now. And then Star Wars Maverick is going to be revealed, and I
yes.
think it is actually a Rogue Squadron reboot. If it's not a Rogue Squadron reboot, then I think it's going to focus on Poe Dameron, and it'll be a Poe Dameron story. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, I think we're going to see
Dameron.
straight up X-wing combat. Let's go. And I think it's going to be Star Wars Maverick is going to be their Star Wars game that they focus on this year. And then my biggest and boldest prediction, Battlefield 6 will be revealed. And I won't believe a single thing it shows me because those CG trailers are the worst. They're a lie. A lie.
I'm just desperate for them to make a good Battlefield game again.
It will return to modern. That's where I'm going with. It will
Oh,
return
has
to
to,
modern.
has to, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want like Battlefield 4, but better. Like,
Don't even give us Battlefield 6. Just give us Battlefield 4.
Remastered.
Battlefield 4
just
next
rework
gen.
Battlefield 4.
Yeah, give us that. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Or they'll do a
Can you
Battlefield
imagine?
Bad Company.
They need the customizations back in that game. Holy shit.
Can you imagine the Levolution in next gen? Like taking down that big skyscraper in a next gen title? Just give us Battlefield 4. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just give us Battlefield 4. That does it for our EA play predictions.